What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Juju the Gamer here, and I know not everybody likes Japanese RPG or don't even know what they are. So I wanted to give y'all something to hold y'all over these next couple of videos while I figure out the kinks in this new capture card I bought, but I can actually use OBS while recording gameplay, because beforehand it was a struggle. It was a struggle. Now what I'm going to show y'all today is, well, in this video, is that literally this dropped while I was on my way home. It takes me about an hour to get home, and I saw this trailer drop as soon as I opened up the Bird app, aka Twitter. And the backstory is, with this specific HBO show, well, not just me, my family and we got into this show while it was on a current break. Like, it was like the previous season had just ended. And so we had kept hearing all these amazing things about the show. We kept seeing it trend every single episode. We were like, we might as well check it out if people are watching it like this, like every time an episode drops, it was an event on Twitter. So we checked it out. We immediately saw why people enjoyed the show, because we got hooked. We got hooked fast. I believe after episode 1, we were like, oh yeah, this the good stuff. This is the good stuff. So the show I'm talking about is Game of Thrones. My family and I, we had literally binged this show in about 2 weeks. Yeah, it took us 2 weeks of just watching. Basically all our family time was spent watching the show, and on weekends we would watch the show even more. So because there was no sports on at the time, there was no sporting events for us to take us away from what we were watching. There was no DC animated movie, no real. But now that I think about it, it probably was a Marvel movie, but can't remember that far back. But yeah, it took us about 2 weeks for us to really finish watching this show. And I'm still hurt over what they did in season 8. I don't think that'll go away unless this teaser this teaser does just enough to get my interest back into Game of Thrones. So we're gonna hit my intro, and then we're gonna hop right on into the House of Dragon teaser trailer. Let's get it. This better be good, 'cause I still have battle scars from season 8. Okay, so I just want to make sure that we're all on good time here. We're all on good time, and make sure this volume is down. And 10 seconds. Let's get it. Okay, so it's not based on the books. Okay, that's kind of interesting. 200 years before the fall of the throne. Oh, we're going way back. Okay.
Kings. Fire.
This is about
And blood.
old girl family. Ooh.
Dreams didn't make us kings. Dragons did.
That's a bar, bro. That's a bar. That's a bar. Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. When are you dropping? 2022. Okay. And on HBOMAX. All right. Okay. So it was a teaser trailer It wasn't a lot because, you know, it's a teaser. It's not meant to be a lot. They're not going to show you everything. They're doing just enough to get you interested. And I'm interested. It worked. It worked. Showing that it's 200 years before the fall of the throne, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting to be that far of a prologue, far of a flashback beginnings. I was hoping it would be like a little bit before the fall, so we get to see what led up to the fall of the throne. But I guess they're going into the dynasty overall, and how they use the dragons to incorporate that, because that bar they dropped was key. They said dreams don't make you kings, dragons did. So like we saw in the series, especially later on, them dragons, you know, they was breathing fire. They was wipe out entire armies. Because what mortal human is going to stop a fire-breathing dragon? Not a lot. Most of us would be fodder in that instance. So I'm interested. The teaser trailer worked. I am interested. I want to know how long are they going to go into this dynasty, because the original books got 8 seasons, and you know the books aren't continued. George R.R. Martin finished the books already, because he been bullshitting for about a couple years now about finishing the arc, the saga, the books. But yeah, that's so I'm really interested to know how they're going to implement, you know, because the dynasty had to fall. So where exactly are we starting in this dynasty? Because it said 200 years. Are we starting in the beginning of the dynasty? Are we starting, you know, while the dynasty was at its peak, at its full strength? Because they already said it's before the fall. So are we going to see the fall of the throne? You know, are we going to see relatives of main characters that was in Game of Thrones? Possibly. That, you know, possibly their ancestors. Possibly. Are we going to see the Night King again? Like, because he died in the original series, in season 8. But 200 years before the fall of the throne, he could have existed. So I'm mostly curious about where they're going to start this show and how they're going to implement the dynasty overall, and where are they going to end it. Is the final episode going to be the fall of the throne, leading up to Game of Thrones, possibly? But that's just some questions I have for now. I hope when we get the full trailer, it'll have a little bit more plot detail, just a little bit. Don't give me everything. Don't give me everything, HBO. But I hope we get a little bit more detail how the plot is going to work. But like I said, I'm Juju Gamer. I'm signing out. See you next time in the next video.